Hi, I'm Hannah Bernard, and you're watching Market 1 Minute. Today, I am joined with CEO of Lucara Diamonds, William Lamb. Now, William, I believe that a congratulations is in order. You just discovered the second largest gem in recorded history in Botswana. So what I want to ask you is, how does a gem discovery of this caliber impact the people of Botswana?
Well, I think it's the historical significance of a diamond recovery of this size is important, but for Botswana, with a history of diamond mining, it's just that much more important. They've never seen a stone this big, but it also now will attract other people who believe they can potentially find a mine which will produce similar stones to ours. So it's that foreign investment component. But over and above that, the people of Botswana just love the story. We've had government officials on our website. We've had people actually paying an interest. And I think just that will attract more people to Botswana, which is great for the country.
Now, from what I understand, Botswana has quite a stable government. So talk to me about the government of Botswana and how they manage the revenues of natural resource extraction like yours.
Okay. And I guess for those people who have never been down to Botswana, and I've been to a lot of countries in Africa, it's the only place where there are no potholes. I've only ever seen one pothole in the streets. But there are brand new office buildings. They invite foreign investment. 70% of the population is actually employed as civil servants for the government. But you can actually see how the political party, who's actually been in power since independence in '66, uses the revenues in country. So very, very stable. And it's one of the reasons why Botswana is called the Switzerland of Africa.
And now, obviously, in this industry, in diamond extraction, integrity is so important and a very important aspect of your company. So talk to me about the Kimberley Process.
So you have to go back to sort of coming out of the civil war in Sierra Leone. In 2002, De Beers and all the major diamond producers actually got together and they put together the Kimberley Process, which is a government certified system which actually certifies the diamonds from that country. So the government will actually provide you with a certificate stating these diamonds were ethically mined within our country. And sort of certain country, or all the major producing countries, will be signatories to the Kimberley Process. So if you went to Antwerp and you were looking at rough diamonds, you would guaranteed be able to find the Kimberley Process certificate. So no diamonds can actually cross borders without that certificate.
So what's the story with this diamond? It's over 1,000 carats, and where will it go from here?
So I get two questions that I've been asked most probably since we announced the discovery. Number one, how much is it worth? And secondly, where does it go? How are we actually going to sell it? And I think for a stone of this magnitude, also because we haven't seen something like this in more than 100 years, it's the largest stone ever recovered in Botswana. So there's a lot of things that we actually now have to take into consideration. The general clients which buy our stones, they'll obviously be in the mix because they'll turn it into jewelry. But then there's another set of investors which we now need to sort of cater to as well. Are there people that want to buy it? Because of the historical significance, museums, we've had requests from the Natural History Museum to actually put it on display there. So there's a lot of different marketing avenues which we need to explore before we can decide on exactly how we take the sales process forward.
Another question that I'm sure you're being asked, another big decision, is the name. So how will the name be determined and who's going to decide? So
if we look at how we named the mine, the Karowe mine, we went out to the local schools. And Karowe actually in one of the local dialects means precious stone. So we may actually follow a similar route with the government actually having a significant role to play in the overall development of the Botswana diamond industry over the last 42 years. We'd obviously consult with them. They may actually have a name as well. But I think whatever it is, it's going to be related to Botswana because this is really not just a story about Lucara, but it's a story about Botswana. And I think if you go onto our news feeds, you can actually see the comments posted by Botswana nationals. They are very passionate about their country, and this is just a great story for them.
Now, William, from what it sounds like, you have an amazing relationship with the people of Botswana. Share some stories from that relationship.
We actually had the Governor General on site a couple of years ago, and we invited sort of the chiefs from the local communities and to get up and speak about what we've been able to achieve there. And I think one of the things that really struck me was we had the chief from the local village, Letlekani, stand up, and he actually used us as an example compared to the other mining industries who have been there for 40 years as who they should be following. But another story, we actually are working with the Lundin Foundation and we're building an abattoir. So we had a groundbreaking ceremony. They're part of what we do. And I think that's important. It's going out to the communities, not just when you're looking for a contractor for a small job. It's informing them of the larger jobs as well. Even if we were recruiting a new general manager, we would go out to the communities and tell them. They may not have somebody who's a candidate, but we keep them informed on everything which we're doing. And I think that's a good way to build the relationship.
A company built on integrity. William, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.